those the things I need to be collecting? They are. Finally found them. Nope, they're not. Okay, so they do just are bloomed underwater. That makes sense. We don't need to talk about it. No! No!
Finally found it!
They can't do this to me. Oh, okay,
So
it's
this
at
is the
the
entrance
way-in.
that leads
That's
to
fine.
the synth production base. It sure doesn't... Ah, you're right. An important place like Navia's probably arguing up a...
Navia is inside, like, filibustering the court right now.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia.
Oh, this is good. Oh, this is the good shit.
Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of.
I'm obsessed with him.
However, I did hear that people who have been charged
Oh my
can choose to
god.
participate in a
Oh
duel to clear
my
their
god.
name.
Oh my
Is
god.
that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've
Good
got
for
to admit,
him.
that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received.
Good for him.
When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back.
Oh my god.
Real disappointing.
I support all of his
Hey!
wrongs.
Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case.
That's all he does.
This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House.
Navia doesn't have to do shit. He is too busy making the court his own personal stand-up comedy stage.
Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Oh my god.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. We have made very little progress.
Oh, this is amazing. Yeah, I'm like, oh honey.
In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
Oh my god.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Navia, you don't have to do shit. He is doing just fine on his own.
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness.
An interrupted wedding, you're so right. Yeah, they're like, how do we restructure our court system so that not only will we never see this man in court again, we never want him in the borders of the goddamn country again.
But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Yeah, but then she's gonna cry because you let her dad die. Did you ever think about that?
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics?
Oh my god. Child really is. Good for him.
We can put that discussion aside for now.
I think that him and
I'm not
Navia
here
could
to
be
argue with
friends.
you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored of Jeff by
He's
all
like,
these
well, if they
rules
won't
and
let me fight to
procedures
the
anyway.
death, I guess
So
we'll
I'll
do
take
this.
you up on that offer.
Yeah, they are absolutely causing problems on purpose, pals.
So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who
Oh, he
is the
sparks
person
so
you
much
would like
joy.
to charge instead?
person is?
Don't do it. Oh. I love that they're like any of them.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Well, because I think they're making you not just choose him, they're making you choose your, like, reasoning once you went through it. Child is also a theater kid, and a whore. Good for him.
Huh? What Confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Oh my god.
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Oh god. Yeah, they really
Mr.
are.
Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
There's gonna be a 500k slow burn novelette and Tartaglia. And it's gonna be a bestseller. Yeah. Well, you see, she got away with it because of how she's God. Which is to be expected, unfortunately.
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
Will they please let me go get the stupid Hydroculus? I can't stop thinking about it.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father?
No, I think it's worse.
Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
No, it's because you're a capitalist.
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Hey, Farina, that's really, really sketchy.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
Fair enough.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Oh.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Oh, I didn't realize it was at their estate. I'm sure they said that, but it did not register with me, I should say.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel.
You can say whatever you want.
Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarande in the ensuing duel.
Oh, yes,
soon
you can.
succumbed to
I'm
the
curious.
injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
Oh.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques.
I totally
not
missed
my
that.
father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities
Arrest
of water
him.
from the primordial sea.
Nice. Okay. So, okay, we know that... Okay, so I assume this one's gonna be the water. Yeah,
A
okay.
pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Drive. Based on investigations, there was no possibility that anyone else could have done the deed and escaped, and Callus was judged. After conducting a reinvestigation, it is now certain that Callus did not bring a gun with him. Moreover, okay, so is this the one where we just take his? No, okay. With this? No, okay. Okay.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then
Right,
turned
okay,
to shoot
so that- I
Callus,
get it.
only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Okay. And the 2 gunshots, okay. Investigations, Callus, who had a motive to kill, murdered Jacques for his betrayal. Is this where we pull... Okay,
The
Jacques'
testimony of
family.
the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin.
Nice. Okay.
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for
Mickey's
Jacques'
asleep
murder.
in the little, like,
This
cubby in
is
my
the
desk.
true version of events.
The Danganronpa-ification. Nice. I really like this mechanic. I think it's
So
fun.
that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
Yeah, people are getting souped all around you.
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Not yet, motherfucker.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine 2 things.
I am very intrigued by the way that they're giving Farina, like, insecurity in these situations. I think it's an interesting character decision.
1. Do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
Girl, this is a
I
trial.
may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time,
It does compel me.
we should be able to
It
find
is
a match.
kind of fun.
Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time. regardless of age or gender.
Oh my god. They keep sticking the clown nose on Nicolette, and he just honks it sadly while Farina just does her shit.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Because she got her ass handed to her yesterday.
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at
yeah, but
least
would any of
mounted
you
a
fucking
defense.
believed him?
I thought
No.
about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He
Power
had
of
no
water?
guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice.
It can take any shape, you know, like a puddle on the ground of people soup.
What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone?
Get her ass.
Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist.
Oh my god.
But by
Go
staying
off,
silent,
girl.
we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
I have to say I'm a little obsessed with the like homoerotic way they zoom out to Nicolette every time they start talking about her father's honor. Like there's something going on there. And I know they won't make it gay, but it's gay in my heart.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Yeah.
Of
She's
course.
standing next to you.
All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand.
She's like, girl, I don't want to be part of this. But there's also something homoerotic between them, so,
I don't
you know.
need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake.
Yeah, no, I really... The voice acting so far in Fontaine has just been really, really good. Yeah, like her VA did such a good job of like, once she's been put off of like, dialing it back and like, having all that, you can tell when her confidence is shaken.
But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a
Buttons
countless
are really
number of
putting in the
dishonored
work.
lives.
I'm sorry, every time we look at it, I'm like, damn, girl.
In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live, or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended
There
to
is
leave the ring
something real
alive.
homoerotic between the two of them. I'm just saying. Like the fact that she went out of her way to turn and instead of addressing that to Farina to address it to Navia, like there
Since
the
that's your
homoeroticism
testimony,
is here.
I have no
and
more
it is in this
questions.
court today.
It appears there really
It is
are
in the
good
room with us
grounds to
right
reopen
now.
this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Shut the fuck your mouth.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots.
Peanut gallery is so ridiculous, but it is kind of fun.
And, at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene.
Oh yeah, and we did know that Marcel was there, huh?
Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to
Bro,
it,
we haven't
though.
even hit you with
You've
half
always
the
been an
evidence.
impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
You are such a man.
No need to appeal to pathos.
Derogatory.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you
He is
prove
just
that I was the
knocked
only
out
person
in the
present
desk.
at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
I don't know what you can say to that.
I love that the oratrice is like, here is your visual representation of how bad your case is going.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations, until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own
fuck
daughter?
your mouth. I'm just saying that throwing that out there is, nah, you're guilty.
If I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson.
Oh, I hate this man. Oh, I hate
Do you
him.
know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
Get his ass.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
Oh. Wig. Honestly, he went through all that. That would have been a way better thing to pull out, like, I don't know, an hour ago.
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
Yeah.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the
Moose
serial
is feeling
disappearances?
real sus.
You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time.
So why are there so many giants here?
Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I mean, I don't... That feels like a stretch, considering she clearly has grounds. and clearly they're in the trial to work out whether or not she's correct. So I don't think that's a false accusation, because we've already established that she had a compelling case. Even if they go and, like, disprove it, that doesn't mean the case wasn't compelling enough to bring charges. And, like, I know that I'm putting way too much stock in what is a sham of a justice system, but still.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now?
Okay, I don't like this whole attitude, though. You could be put to death, and that would be okay.
He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings.
Yeah, I know. I know this is to show that it's bullshit, which we already knew, but to, like, really drive it home.
Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
In fairness, how in the fresh fuck was she ever supposed to understand or meet up to expectations when he never told her anything? Like, I'm just saying. Yeah, I think the fact that Child hasn't just sniped him from the audience is a crime in and of itself.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience
Get
as
his
well.
ass.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Oh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
Oh.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
That is the least believable thing you've said on the stand, and that's saying something.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Oh.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as
Who
expected,
taught Paimon the word
the
sanctum?
mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry.
God.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial
Jesus
sea.
Christ.
Female Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just how can
Yes,
someone write
that is
something that terrible
mad
in such a matter-of-fact
fucked.
tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
In fairness, Paimon, we have read all of the notes from Dottore old fucking lab in Sumeru, so, like...
So that's why he did all of these experiments. But did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over?
I mean, yeah.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
Honestly, yeah, you're not wrong. Thank you for your contributions.
The one who did all of these...
Farewell. Have a good one.
Experiments? So that's it! Vacher was no victim, but personally took his lover and...
Yeesh.
No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water? In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
I'm still disturbed by Paimon being able to write. Also, why write it down? Girl, we can just take the record.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress, ready to drink. Stack? Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's super obvious.
Okay. Oh, so that's just here to look aesthetic. That's fine. Examine pod.
Look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water! That means this is where they make all the synth! And that special water is the main ingredient!
Girl, goddamn.
If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human!
I think Issa's right. I think it's, holy water rules. Also, yeah, it's like dripping up from the basement. Oh my god, I'm tired. Dripping up from the basin. Yeah, that is the ASMR slime that also defies gravity.
Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Yeah, like, that water is a real strong word for it.
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escaped. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an Yep, it's about finding someone to
Lava lamp
assassinate
goop.
Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it.
You crack a lava lamp and you pour it on yourself, you'll just turn into a fucking people soup.
This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Oh,
We
goodness.
still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he can act whenever he wants to make our lives... I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. They're all just so evil.
I mean, they've got the assassin from their homeland? Or is it a fool who was upon the waters of Jinza? Wait, that's what I just did. Okay. I was like, don't make me do that again.
What's all this? Aw, it's a bunch of really cute things. Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace.
Oh my god.
even a
Paimon,
makeup
those
box.
are the belongings of the dissolved.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
Paimon, that is mad fucked.
Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought
Oh
here?
lord. I do love that they have conveniently labeled them with their names, which will make it very easy to bring them to court.
And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. These names. That means... Oh, this is
God, that is
terrible.
mad fucked. Jesus Christ. But also, again, props to them for making it very good, compelling evidence. Thanks, guys. That was very
We've
helpful.
looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But
I assume that Vache is Marcel. That's my guess, and that the records all reflect because he changed his name. Which would mean that he started before he changed his name and, like, got... Yeah. There's a lot of boxes. Fontaine is real fucked.
yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity.
No, but we can guess.
No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever
Yeah,
it is
like
probably
Marcel.
destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago.
It wouldn't kill someone on screen. That would be too dark.
That way, even if we bring all this back
Oh
to the
my
opera,
God.
we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy
I
either.
think Vache is Marcel. I think that's why he is so confident that they don't have records of him existing before, like, until after the serial disappearances had already been underway.
Ugh. Nothing
Girl.
Can't even find snacks either. Whoa, really? Let Paimon see.
Oh, he sounds depressed.
Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary.
Oh,
Let's
Lord.
see. Aw, it's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet, too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
She made a list of what?
So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was... Marcel.
I knew I was right, but I don't like the way that we found out.
Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
No, it's worse. No, it's worse. Oh, it's worse.
Hey!
Oh, that's so
still
fucked
hasn't
up.
figured-
Oh, that is mad fucked. That is mad fucked. No, don't race back. There's still Hydroculus there.
And whose
I'm
image
gonna have a mental
do you
breakdown.
see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've
Christ.
never even
Jesus
heard of.
fucking Christ.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partners. I
Someone
just
help
knew
me
you'd
for that.
return in the nick of time.
He's so tired.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
Every damn day, bestie. Every
it's all
damn
right,
day.
Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
He really does. He's so tired. He's like... He was already babysitting Farina, and now these guys are all being dramatic, and he's like, for the love of God. It's enough.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Jump scared by Aether voice acting.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything! After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you! You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache!
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense.
Yeah, buddy.
Well,
It sure does.
Marcel, do you know where you went wrong?
Constipated
You
noises.
fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you.
Like, I understand grief, but bro, that is a lot of dead people.
So,
Like, that, you
never
are a serial
noticed how
killer.
we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
You're not off the hook yet.
Or our determination to see things through.
You're still a little sus.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Every word that comes out of this guy's mouth is so like, oh, you are a man. All of it. Every single word this man has spoken. In the worst way, derogatory. You are a man, derogatory. You are oozing white man energy.
What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes?
I think Child should assassinate this man. Kitten, it is time to deliver the death penalty.
No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me.
Listen, like, I understand this is traumatic, but it does not mean you need to murder dozens of women. Because also, like, if your true, like, whole thing is like, oh no, then why is it all just women? It's because you have issues. Issues. Yeah, like, becoming a serial killer was not the move. I don't feel bad for you. Like, and the thing is, I think it's the kind of thing where had he killed 1 or 2 women, it would have still been gross, but it would have been 1 or 2 women. It's the fact that he just continued to do it for dozens of people. He has no remorse whatsoever. He does not care that he was taking that many lives. Yeah, that too is so... Oh, he's gross. Girl. Low-key, you won that fight, girlie. You had a good time. You were saved from this one.
They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vignier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all.
I mean, I don't know what you expect from this court system, buddy.
Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever.
Yeah, and you just have a bunch of boxes full of their shit because you are a creepy, horrible serial killer.
You only have yourselves to blame.
Yeah, honestly.
You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice.
Oh.
Your beloved
there
drama,
it is.
while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people.
That line fucks way less severely coming from that guy. I'm going to choose to believe that didn't happen.
Vignier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together.
Then, oh, because he's from
Wherever she
Shinasaya.
goes, I will follow.
Okay, that actually, I was like, then why don't you soup yourself? It's because he can't.
But I'm not from this blasted place.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I'll give him that one. Oh,
No
they
matter
they were like, we learned how to animate tears. Assassinate him, he is from your homeland.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
Yeah.
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve.
They, like, really looked at the Kari Bear dissolve time. They looked at the Kari Bear quest and were like, actually, we think that old men losing their absolute shit is fun. And they were right. They were right about that.
Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back?
Not killing dozens of women. I don't think that's that crazy to just not kill dozens of women.
I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me.
For killing dozens of women. Is that not, like, are we not, does that... He's really got nothing. He's got nothing going for him.
I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
Yeah, this man just hates women. This is just an intense misogynist. I'm sure that your girlfriend is glad she's dead if you're like this. I'm just saying. God damn. You would not still be together, that's for sure. For the love of God.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vignier. Our promise. We made a promise.
He really was like, I'm gonna take a shot in the middle of the fucking court. Like, he does have a point about how fucked their justice system is, because it is mad fucked. And he has a point that, like, he wasn't taken seriously. Again, mad fucked. However, again, none of these... cool motive, still murder. He is the epitome of cool motive, still murder.
Vignier! Vignier!
Vignier would hate your ass.
Please, Vignier! Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill
That's
our
not
promise.
all I want to do. You killed dozens of women.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
My bet is on Child being disappointed because he wanted to fight Clarin to the death.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
He's the worst. I like him so much. He's awful.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
I'm just like imagining them delivering all of those,
the man now known
like,
as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier.
Like, I'm just imagining them delivering all of those chests full of the dead's belongings to those families 10 years later. It's just so fucked up. That's mad fucked up. Mad fucked. God
During an
damn.
underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life.
Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Hold on. You're telling me she wasn't even murdered? You're telling me she didn't even just, like... That's worm for her. But you're telling me he's making this whole thing... Did he drink her? Oh my god. I hope so. Sorry. No, I don't. He's like, My girlfriend that I loved very much did an oopsie in our research. She touched some water and she went zoop. Which is traumatizing. Don't get me wrong. That's super fucked. Mad fucked, one might say. But he was like, she's made this mistake, touched this thing. I'm very fucked up about it. I think I will kill people now. Like, it was fully an accident that frankly was entirely on her, and not in a like, obviously she had no way to know, but like, she is the one who touched the weird glittery substance, and there's no way for her to know it's gonna dissolve her. But like, that is ultimately, like, that's part of the whole thing when you talk to the Adventurers Guild, is a lot of adventurers die stupid deaths because they do things like that, and it's still their fault no matter how tragic it is, and even if they couldn't know better, that doesn't mean she didn't do it. And it also doesn't mean that you kill dozens of women. For the love of God. Oh my god.
To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson.
Yeah, same. Like, the thing is, it's one thing if it's glittery, because I get it. I too have magpie tendencies. I see something sparkly, I touch it. But the fact that it's gravity-defying slime, like, it obviously doesn't have the viscosity of water. It's glittery, and also it's defying gravity. It does feel a little bit like maybe, just maybe, we shouldn't touch it. Maybe touching it's a bad idea. Maybe we should not touch the creepy slime, and maybe we should know that as an adventurer. Tragic though her death may be, again, maybe don't kill dozens of women because your girlfriend curiosity killed the cat it out.
During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synths.
He's like, I'm gonna drug up Fontaine.
However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his
understandable.
continued
It's getting
research and
late. I'm
expanded
also
the
getting
scope,
tired.
he came
It was
into
a long
conflict
day.
with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene.
Yeah, all the way off the walls.
And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method.
The other thing I'm curious, and I'm gonna guess that they're not going to address it. I'm accepting that disappointment into my heart now. But they've already said that they have convicted multiple people in this case. I am wondering if they will all be acquitted or acknowledged in any way because they were all falsely indicted.
However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court.
Oh my god.
Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
Nicolette is so pretty. Power of water.
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vache.
Oh boy. The Oratrice says, bitch, you are guilty as hell. He is doing what he can. Unfortunately, God is a drama queen.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale,
is this gonna be where it happens?
Mr. Vache is...
Wait, is this gonna be where they, like, differ in opinion? Because I've been thinking that since they pointed out at the beginning that the whole point is that they consistently come to the same conclusion. We're going to get one of these where the Oratrice doesn't agree. I feel like that's about to happen. That's I'm putting it out there.
Guilty.
Never mind. I said nothing. You can cut all of that. You can cut all of that out. I said nothing. I was so sure of myself. I was so sure.
Guards, take Vache away.
That is a sachet away joke, right? It's got to be a sachet away joke.
Good. It's what he deserves.
Hey now, let's not get into punitive justice, okay? King needs therapy.
With that, the serial
really
disappearances case is over now.
I think it also would have been great because it would have thrown the entire court system into chaos. Is the I shan't that you're not going to cut it out? Because I think that had the Oratrice there been like, not guilty, when the entire court and Nicolette are very much in agreement and the guy has straight up confessed, there would be something truly sinister there that would just throw the entire thing into chaos, and that would have been fun. I am pro chaos, and I think Child would have thrived off of that.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
I mean, he didn't get caught for tens of years, so yeah.
He's hurt so many innocent people and huh?
Okay, listen, we're getting a little too cop adjacent here, okay? Let's not go down that way. Literally every white girl who has a podcast. Help.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for
All right,
has finally
Moose.
come.
You're off the hook.
You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
You win this one, Malus.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
That's
Well
sweet.
now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending.
Motherfucker, what are you about to do? What are you about to do?
Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So,
I'm
if
obsessed
you'll
with him.
excuse me.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal?
Is this gonna be
Isn't
where
it
they
time
disagree?
For side characters like me to exit stage left?
I'm obsessed. He's the worst.
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
He's so stupid and so obnoxious, and I like him so much.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no
So is
direct
this
connection
where they
to the
disagree?
serial disappearances case.
Yeah, that's literally Nivelette's like, respect our laws, and Child's like, why the fuck would I do that? Yeah, he's gonna get judged guilty for just kind of sucking as a person.
The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
So this is where they differ. This is where it's gonna happen. And if I'm wrong, cut this shit out.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia
It's so
is
French.
guilty.
Aha! I love being right. I knew it would happen. Okay, never mind. You can keep the other part in.
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent?
Oh, he's about to go crazy stupid.
What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Justice machine.
Huh? This has
Oh my
never
God.
happened before. The Oratrice actually
Yeah,
returned a
yeah,
different
yeah,
verdict
yeah.
from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the
Convinced him on
Oratrice might have
principle.
just convicted him on general
Go, white boy,
principle?
go. What if it threw the court into chaos? I'm
But
living.
weren't
I
the charges
love
about the
this.
serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
It shouldn't. It's almost like your entire court system's a sham. Because also, I would like to take a moment for the fact that we have multiple false convictions that we haven't addressed the potential acquittal of, but it does mean that all of them were convicted by the woohoo lawyer justice machine, so...
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept
God,
the
his
guilty verdict.
sorry, his eyeliner and his pointed ears are just like, I'm sorry. I know, like, sorry, kitten, daddy's been sentenced to death, but like, whatever. He's so pretty. I hope it
Guards,
makes people concerned
please
about the
take
justice
the suspect
machine.
into custody per court protocol.
Oh, here it comes. Yep, there he goes.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
It is truly go, white boy, go. Oh, I like it. Oh, buddy. Oh, don't do it. Oh, he's really going full. Oh, right. Go ham, buddy.
He's activating his spell legacy!
Yeah. Oh. 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 Did someone just go dragon
I am
mode?
sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
I am delighted. I am delighted.
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the
Your
Oratrice's
Oratrice
judgment is the final
sucks.
verdict of the court.
It's almost like running your energy of your entire country off of the whims of a machine. Yeah, bad.
All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Oh. The way I forgot about the Archon, I was like, if he doesn't know, no one knows. I was like, ah, right. It was made by God.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it!
Oh. Oh, she's getting spicy.
I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
Oh.
What does Lady Verena mean by that?
Oh, her VA really went off.
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible.
Okay, yeah, she didn't
Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really
Go, white girl,
think we'd
go.
allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap?
Yes.
Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
Girl, you are not saving face right now. Yeah. Honestly, it's giving me some similar vibes to the, like, Nahida Rukkhadevata situation of, like, having to take over. Because we know that the previous Hydra Archon died, and so having to sort of, like, take over the legacy of another Archon who maybe started this or passed this over. And she doesn't actually get how it works.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, she has pride issues. She's a god.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement.
Girl.
And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment!
Oh, she's angry. Oh, she pissed. I think that... Well, because I'm trying to remember what we learned about Fontaine prior to getting here, because I feel like there was something about her being able to overturn judgments.
If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension
I
and
also hope
completely
that.
unforgivable.
Oh, she's angry.
All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
She chose to make her escape.
Compels me,
did
though.
she?
Compels me, though.
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she
Oh my
actually has any
God.
idea.
He's like, yeah, as her resident babysitter.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
I do trust him. I trust this man with my life. Yeah, no, I get that.
All right.
I feel it.
Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now.
Sorry, Kitten Daddy's been sentenced to death. I think forcing her to have a breakdown would be so fun.
After all,
We thought Scar's breakdown was bad? Oh, honey.
So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up, you've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him...
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vacher.
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vacher!
Vache? Vache?
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vignier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals. But we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemonie. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignier.
Why? But then, where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became? You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vignier's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignere's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her, please! Have mercy!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignere. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Vache.
Vache?
Vache.
Vache!
Vache.
Vache!
Drown.